A new era of light, a celestial vow, a federal creed, alien fire. Here resides an ordained energetic council within the echoes of consciousness found in or as spirit. A deeply honorable and noble galactic ancestral hierarchy. Found at the heart of such order, here resides a cosmic table of leadership only spoken of in mere whispers. Amongst its ranks reside those of the Most High. As the 12 council members simultaneously enter the room, each one silent, carrying the grace of Source in each step. A truly rare, once-incarnation momentous gathering consisting of the most thoroughly specialized psycho-spiritual scientific order of diplomats, a meeting for the history books of time itself. Such organized composition of luminous knights, masters and creed members alike, of which most have never even heard of, and yet know. Exuding with grace upon mighty throned positions, of which are benevolently difficult for one's soul to ignore. Their physical existence is unfathomable, their mission immensely holy, and their will truly divine. As these beings of light rarely if ever commune in such large volumes, foreshadowing the glorious events to come, for those whom sit at such table may perhaps hold little value to us humans stuck here on this beautiful earth. And yet these beings do not laugh, they do not get angry, nor egotistical by such meaningless, lesser positions in which we as humans have classified them. For these beings have been long chosen, eons ago, within the spirit realm. Designed, crafted, and divinely selected for their many similar qualities, mirroring that of the higher realms. Praised yet they themselves, all the while participating as an unknown candidate, drafted for such purity of heart, magnificence in love, adventurous in spirit, a master of conscious awareness, and most of all, a ferocity in protecting. Specifically tailored to the essence of truth itself in its purest of divine and creative forms, as if God has summoned his greatest spiritual warriors of love, truth, and light, calling each one down from their dimensional thrones independently, each as an experienced worker of higher consciousness divinations, all with a simple nod, speaking the words, "Of course, it shall be done," with zero essence of hesitation, graciously volunteering to fall from their higher, all in an attempt at unconditional love for those in which they, in free will, divinely choose to serve. So who art thou we speak of? For these holy corridors are composed of not a single whisper nor echo, sworn to secrecy not by threat nor another, but by the bond and connection in and with the conscious unity of Source. Such benevolent duties, tasks, and missions, all derived under one cosmic roof, so to speak, of course only, if such house can span through multiple dimensions. Unified as the Federation of Light, an interdimensional conscious spiritual order of merely angelic entities and beings, encompassing those only mentioned in Scripture. Conscious energies such as archangels, our once unknown, ancient galactic ancestors, and highly evolved members, known to the earthly realm as the Masters. For example, the enlightened Buddha, Gandhi, or Jesus. And yet, even with names like these, there shall forever reside a limitless availabilities of high-ranking, high-achieving, high-impact, and highly honorable positions which exist, long remaining within the finer, more precise details of such things from which legends have been born. Librarians, guards, scribes, mystics, healers, professors, scientists, philosophers, warriors, poets, psychologists, artists, engineers, yet all lovers at heart and creators in mind. To join such a council, one must esoterically receive, however such invitation is more familiar in form to that of a highly encrypted DNA accessible records and archive vault compared to the simplistic paper envelope received in the mail. Ironically, prior to such an academic spiritual achievement, one discovers they had always been and shall remain chosen, though often forgotten or misunderstood by the masses in comparison to the indifferent levels of grand fluidity in grace and spirit in which those ascended masters wield. Of course, however, this rank is not achieved by mere social standards nor class. It's a selection process of hidden abilities, not in mind nor matter, but rather in magic. For one's sacred journey cares not about the clothes you wear, car you drive, nor house you live in. In fact, the undefined unit of measurement dictated in this selection process is widely sacred, known only to those whom, just have it. With capabilities undefined and everyday human skills classified as unnecessary, all seeming rather crude, egotistical, and insane from the viewpoint of those on the outside looking in, and yet rather something more mysterious, something the world still has yet to believe. The measure of one's true spirit, the percentage of God inside, in which we all hold and are composed of. Yet this takes immense practice, inner knowing, and patience. It's not that it's not achievable for the masses in any capacity, rather they seek not, allowing such physical, social, and materialistic distractions of the outside world to blind them from true freedom. This is a true measure of one's soul, one's magnificent tenacity. When one simply understands this, one discovers the potent unlocking of truth from within one's emotional body, as emotion is simply energy in motion, the God inside. For the masses believe it impossible, as the masters speak aloud, "I'm possible," all while seeking patiently in love throughout the infinite dimensions of the fully conscious mind. The conscious, subconscious, and unconscious, no longer hidden. Rather, finding the infinity as the single source, the singular magnetic point of all connection, that of pure conscious awareness. From this knowing, those whom don't believe simply continue to do as they always have, yet those whom have completed such rigorous test within and among this dense planetary realm, well, they are the truly blessed by the creator of the holy conscious cosmos itself. As the one thing faster than light is that of conscious thought. Here and now, this is where the official transition begins. A new era Earth begins to birth anew, as the ancient Mother Gaia, as the celebratory birthing cries of the ancient fifth-dimensional Mother can now be heard by those whom truly listen. Like a rock dropped into the depths of a stagnant pond, its ripple permeates the entirety of its surface, sinking down to its dark depths like a seed forever planted. A new wave of celebrities now arises from the depths of such ashes, yet they are more than a symbol of the good life. Humanity's true leaders they shall become, for they are those whom have volunteered, and at times more so, voluntold, as our souls ache for such a mission of remembrance, a mission of discovering self, a mission of detaching from mental bondage, a mission of seeking, one of the lonely outcast. As we have all now completed what has felt at times like such isolated mental self-sabotage, mixed with a hint of physical and emotional psychosis, as I don't even know what any of that means. And yet, you will often find those of us in the past whom others may assume of having a huge head or too large an ego. Yet at times, one actually possesses some incredible wisdom. It is my understanding that people dislike a know-it-all, especially in subjects that are touchy, taboo, or anything of the conceptual nature, meaning unproven by science, propaganda, nor your high school textbook. Yet if you actually sit in an attempt to listen, quite often you will find they know an incredible amount about the geopolitical sphere, or the next innovation in cutting-edge tech, or knowing everything about gardening and the special properties of each plant. Perhaps they're an immense artist or poet. These things, these people, this energy is amazing, not to mention the intricate details required and acquired amongst discussion with such individual human chess piece of in and as God source. However, this is only the physical tip of the iceberg, as when you prod deeper, if one will allow, you find something lost in time, a sense or flicker of wisdom. So in depth with truth, it awakens something inside. For we humanity in unity comprise of the flesh and blood, physically embodied hall of records, as the pillar keepers, the ancient watchers, the silent ones. The ones whom once lurked unnoticed in the solitary backgrounds of earthly society, traversing through the dirty sidewalks and shadowy alleyways, hiding amongst the shadows, tucked away awaiting service, until such time, residing as observers of spirit, in me, you, I, he, she, we, and they, while remaining spiritually vigilant, listening for any other conscious communications floating in such social spheres, yet hearing not even a peep of curiosity, nor an exhale of seeking. Ironically unknown to those truly lost on such inhospitable paths, as amongst them dwells a chameleon, someone whom doesn't belong, an outcast. As it turns out, this particular human being not only walked through such despair for the purpose of pure understanding, these are those whom too pave such paths along their way, as the visionaries, designers, architect, builders, owner, and user, teaching those lost in an attempt to find their right path, teaching each the art of not merely following another's path, but rather instilling the wisdom of how to physically build one's own, for they know their time shall too come. Following the breadcrumbs until a loaf of grain fermented into cooked dough arrives at one's feet. These are the leaders of a new tomorrow. For far too long, the idols, pop icons, and celebrities have twisted the visions of our youth, manipulating such creative form of vocal vibrational expressions into a form of propaganda and/or status, or a level of social control. For today, the youth listen to music with lyrics such as sex, money, and drugs. Music was and is an outlet for emotional release. Yet today, the youth are looking up to drug dealers, strippers, addicts, and pedophiles as role models, viewing their lives as the pinnacle existence of human life on earth, all the while breeding more youth into our society whom cannot comprehend nor desire spiritual evolution, rather yearn for their own selfish desires, collectively resulting in harmful effects to greater society. Look, I get it. Free will exists, but do not try to tell me music was not more heartfelt in eras past, equipped with more soul. Of course, this is merely my own opinion, yet one must pose the question of control. If you desire to remove oneself from the effects of any negative scenario, first one mustn't continue consuming such data which is negative. As the pulsating frequencies continue to reverberate to the rhythmic beat of a song, it is music whom is tasked with being the most widespread and effective channel of soul expression. In fact, it was music as itself which invented the coexisting artistic display of satisfactory and calculated bodily movements, like a sort of artistic inception theory. Such creation is that of dance as the energy in motion or emotional bodies. Auric field grows via the mathematically precise and harmonically pure rhythmic sounds and pulsations of the music, so much so that the physical body begins to call and desire that of kinetic and repetitive motion synced to the rhythmic beat. So silly dancing is? An expression formed by expression, as if spirit shouting loud for all to see, as the singular conscious source of creation, displaying the raw, pure potency hidden within the emotional, energetic power of music. And what about those whom claim they are too shy to dance? Well, this mere insecurity, unfortunately, shuts off the energetic faucet, which unconditionally desires emotional kinetic joy. The abundant overflow in cosmic conscious energetic frequency, commonly referred to as the Holy Spirit or flow state, rooted along one's etheric cord, more so known as the chakras system, when fully activated to the full potential of the physical human blueprints, full conscious capacity, acting as a biological quantum electromagnet. The flow of source consciousness pouring into one's auric field, etheric, energetic, astral body, found rooted alongside, within and as one's physical spinal cord, perhaps misunderstood in medicine, often considered from the source of mere cerebral and/or spinal fluid, found within the lateral spark of humanity, acting as metaphysical lightning. For what might this cord connect to on the other end, serving as the physical and metaphysical blueprint for the human vessel's carbon-based infrastructure, crafted by the mere emotional essence of celestial form, flow, and function. This essence is that of a God, the God inside, residing within each and every one of us squishy human beings. As source, like water, is too fluid, a quantum soup designed to benevolently seep into every pore, taking on form in itself. Of course, this is all by design, etched via the cosmos' very own intricate manifestation, as this immensely profound and still undiscovered fifth state of existing matter, concealing the biggest truth in existence, for it is fear which truly has blocked this kundalini charge, like a sense and feeling of cosmic theater, for the tap one has knowingly or unknowingly closed, is that of the solar plexus chakra. It governs a sense of self, personal power, self-confidence, and purpose. When balanced, it is linked to a strong sense of identity, purpose, and empowerment, while an imbalance may manifest as low self-esteem or anxiety. You see, not partaking, not dancing, not enjoying life is the blockage, perhaps acting as if they desire to save their physical energy for later. In reality, this stops the very essence of life force energy, that energy that gets you up out of bed early morning, the energy that makes you a good partner, parent, child, for without it you ask. Well, you're depressed, you need your anxiety pills, you wonder why you don't have the strength nor motivation to stop partying every night, wasting away your time, money, meaningful relationships, and no matter how many times you cry yourself asleep, you wake up and do the same thing over and over again. For there is a life outside of this. I call such outdated and mundane modes of living autopilot for a reason, as if your conscious self is or has never been in control, as if you desire change. You think about change, yet it doesn't seem achievable, like a magnet attracted to steel. You wish to go another direction, yet get sucked right back into the patterns and programs of your conditioned mind and hereditary DNA. This is the autopilot. If a human being isn't fully conscious, one is not fully aware of what is or could be via the divine act of creation, and therefore cannot consciously change one's scenario from that of a more clear, higher spiritual perspective, that of a cosmic existence. Now fully removed from the me, the singular, non-unified individual viewpoint and belief system and human entity doctrine. In one's attempted yet unsuccessful endeavor to rapidly change or update the user's mental and emotional operating systems, all overnight, one finds their body goes into a state of fight or flight, unrehearsed shock. As the physical vessel fights for the generational patterns, beliefs and actions which have been ingrained within the physical vessel via ancestral genetics, all transferred to one's nice and shiny new fleshcraft, again, all conceived prior to one's inception. As the body attempts to return to its genetic codes of generationally known norms, sorrowfully, however, returning to its default operating mode, based not on conscious decision-making, instead, rather on the physical vessel's, biological ancestral pre-programming, computing on a level of genetic instincts, tactics, and one's conditioned, carnal survival techniques versus that of imagination, creation, and personal expression. One must seek the undiscovered, becoming entirely immersed into the I Am presence, a coexistence of God as man and man as God. You see, I consider all of humanity operating under this default mode as NPCs, or non-playable characters. Those whom just make everything more real for those aware, as they sustain the lobby in which we, me, you as the online player, enthusiastically enjoy life's playground. So what do I mean by the term online? Put simply, I'm referring to the human vessel, nature's original biological quantum supercomputer, like a computer today, yet think back prior to the modern internet. Before the World Wide Web, a computer was still amazingly useful. It could do an incredible amount of tasks in milliseconds of time, which before was believed impossible for a human, and if at all doable, it would seemingly take a lifetime to accomplish. Point being, an magnificent creation. Yet, similar to the computers of today, suddenly, when connected to Wi-Fi, all things become possible. You now hold the compilation of all compartmentalized human documentation of known knowledge at one's fingertips. Yet, at its core, it remains mere code. Similarly, such information, knowledge, and/or wisdom resides in its purest form as the mere simple essence of consciousness and that of conscious thought. Imagine your computer is running slow. No problem. Connect to Wi-Fi and download the latest update. You see, the human body, spirituality, and that of human consciousness identically mirror man-made computers, Wi-Fi, and the internet. Similarly, when the human vessel, the device, like a computer, connects to God, source or creation itself, through the spiritual practice of connection, like that of Wi-Fi. For all celestial wisdom, one seeks may be found and obtained in good faith. Yet there remains no Google, Yahoo, nor any search engine. In the spirit realm, in order to find what you seek, Your soul must too seek, signaling from the inner psycho-spiritual emotional self. This is why these new leaders of today have been deeply bestowed with these incredibly random and taboo spiritual concepts of wisdom. For they have come online prior to all others, as their soul doesn't merely desire the use of one's creative energy wasted on materialistic items of this lower realm. Rather, our souls came fully equipped with a divine cosmic blueprint. Once awakened, it becomes active, not able to shake, not able to run, simply to become. A true player in this online earthly lobby, yet not here in this awareness for the sandbox mode. Oh no, rather we're here to play the campaign on veteran. We're here to set new records. We're here because we have something to prove, for I shall forever preach, God always and shall infinitely remain inside.